All right. Staying here from changing seasons, and today I went and picked up my motor for the Exmark Vantage. So we're going to do a little bit of unboxing here. Hopefully they ordered the right one, or that would really suck. Let's see. And there you go. Oh, look a little different. I don't know what that thing's for. I have no idea. Alrighty, let's get this thing on, pick it up out of the box and set it on the frame and get it partially together. That way hopefully I can use it this weekend on my yard. Alright, let's get this thing going. Alright, we got the motor sitting on here. I just put the bolts in underneath, but had to get, it came with a fuel filter, which is cool. Had to go take this starter wire off the other one, and had to take the drain off the other motor too. So it's a good thing I didn't go ahead and throw it away. I had lost one of the nuts to my solenoid, so I tried to find another nut to fit it, and I forced it, and now the post is turning inside the solenoid, so now I have to buy another solenoid. No big deal. I'll just go to a lawnmower place that's real close to me and get that. I'll have to check the other one. I don't know why that is open. Maybe it's supposed to be open, or might have to save that off the other one also. But right now I'm going to position this, make sure it's right, looks right, and we're going to tighten up these bolts. Get them somewhat snug, not snug, but close, and then just move the motor around, make sure it's right. This one's got a big seal on the bottom of it. Must be an upgrade. It's definitely in place, so I'm going to tighten it all the way up. Alright, that is done. Let me get the keyway, put this on. I'm actually a little shocked that didn't come with a keyway. One. Oh, you sucker. Nope, ain't gonna work. Pull you out of here for a sec. Alright, I'm back. I stopped the video yesterday because I ran into an issue. I thought I was putting the drive pulley on wrong, and I was tightening up the bolt to the clutch, and I couldn't get the clutch off. So I stopped the video, was trying to get the clutch off. It was a pain in the butt because for some reason it got cocked a little bit and the keyway was wedging into, what was it, the keyway slide of the clutch. So I had finally got it off with a puller after I took the pulley off the clutch and then attached it to the clutch, and I was finally able to get it off. I put an angle on the keyway, and I was sliding it all on, and lo and behold, I messed up the threads to the shaft of the motor from the puller. So I had to go find a tap because I didn't have one big enough. So I got all that on and put the battery on. I checked the oil in this because I didn't really think you guys want to see me put that together. I changed the solenoid, which is right down there, because I messed up one of the posts. So hooked up the throttle and clutch cable. So this is going to be the first start. See if it starts up, see if I hooked it up right, all that great stuff. Don't have the deck on yet because I want to make sure things are correct. So here we go, let's start this joker up. I'm just going to let it run at low idle, just so it can burn everything off, get everything lubricated. He's smoking right now. You can smell it's new too. So I will let this run for a little bit, check the oil, then I will make sure the drive is working all right. I ride it around a little bit, and then I will put the deck on, and that's when I'll come back to you guys later. All right, this is what we got so far. I had blocked this up so I could get this bolt in right here and right here, and then I moved the block back, and I need to put the bolt in here, and then I need to put the center one in, which is under there. So that'd be fun. I probably shouldn't have put on the muffler guard yet, but is what it is. Then I have to put the belt on. So that's what I'm going to do now, and get those bolts on. All right, final product here. Let's see what's going on. I put the belt on and put the bolts on down there, down here, tightened them up. Same thing with this one. The washers in between for it to rise. I just buttoned it up. I had to look on Google for the belt diagram because the pressure washer blew it off. So let's see how things are working. I say it's working pretty good. As you can see, it's raining now. It was supposed to have been raining earlier, but it was stopped long enough for me to pull the deck out in this area, to slide it underneath of it and get it all hooked up. Theoretically, with me not touching the adjuster here for this is the only adjustment, and then you got one back here that's a pain in the butt. But theoretically, without me touching that, the deck should be level right where it was when I had removed it. So I can't really check it right now for being leveled. I have to go cut my father's grass this weekend, and he's got a concrete pad, so I can drive out there and I can check it out. But it should be all okay. So I'm ready to get down to business with this thing again. Question, would I do it again if I was in the same situation? And the answer is yes. It wasn't hard to do at all. You know, obviously you don't know what you're going to get into and what tools you're going to need it, but basically it was some basic tools. You could have a ratchet set or wrenches and pull this motor off, you may have issues with, say, pulling the clutch off, so you might need a puller. Other than that, there's nothing to it. If you have engine issues and you need to swap it out, I don't see why anybody can't do this. It was pretty much a piece of cake. In all fairness, it would probably have taken me, say, 3.5, 4 hours without knowing what I was going to get into, not knowing what I was going to be needing. But a shop itself with all the right tools, them probably doing this at least once a day, if not twice a week, 3 times a week, they could probably knock this out in 2 hours, honestly. You know, so, but they're not going to charge it for 2 hours. It's going to be half a day's work, I'm sure. But other than that, seems to be running good. Sounds a lot better than it did when I had the other engine on. Of course, it was having issues. It had, you know, almost 1,200 hours on it. So this is a fresh motor, as you can see. Kawasaki VX69V 91V. So I am ready to get this thing back out on the grass cutting, because I love this platform. I have room to move. It handles well on the hills. Let me wipe this lens off. And I'll just give you a little preview of the next video. Alright. I am going to be installing my new tires. As you can see, the tread pattern on this. So, same size tires. They look like they might get me just a pinch wider, but the tread pattern I'm liking. Hopefully it will hold hills even better. It's supposed to improve turning. As long as it's not ripping the grass, you know, I'm not going to really worry about the turning. The cost of this project, as I said, this motor was $18.50 with the shipping, which was $100. You know, I messed up my solenoid, which was $16, so that brings it to $18.66. I needed a tap because I screwed up the threads in the engine shaft, which I went and bought the wrong taps. That was $20, so that's $18.86. But then I had to go to, I went back to Ace. They didn't have the size I needed. Actually, I ended up looking for the wrong size. I went to Home Depot and Lowe's, which I was looking for a 12mm tap, which that's not what I needed. Actually, I needed a 7/16 tap. So I ended up going to Sears, and I bought a kit with the metric and standards, so I wouldn't have to keep running back and forth. They're having this going out of a store closing sales, so it was like a $130 kit, and I got it for $90. So what did I say? $18.86 and $90. So you're looking at around $19.70, somewhere around there, $19.70, $19.50, in the ballpark area. So that's what this project cost me, and just a little bit of know-how get this done. So the only thing left on this probably to go bad are, say, the wheel motors, and like I said, it's got almost 1,200 hours on it. But this is great for hills and ditches, and also in wet terrain I'm able to position my body back further to take the wheels off the front casters, so it's not trying to push through the mud. It lifts it up, and then it's only the rear wheels coasting through the wet terrain. So I really like that. I just lay back, stick my derriere out as far as I can get it, get my weight back there, and I just go right on through. My Hustler, I think you could sneeze on the grass and it would slide down the hill. So I'm glad to get this machine back. I have confidence in it in wet terrain and in ditches, and I'm ready to get going. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. We have some more videos coming. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, I'll catch you later. Bye.